Everyone, it's me, Aurora. Long time no see. Not gonna lie to you, I kind of caught up with a bunch of final stuff. I literally have a final tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, no, I've been rather busy studying and doing all sorts of things. Not to mention Thanksgiving. Fucking hell. Anyways, today's topic, I think, is about community. Specifically, what a community is and what purpose does it serve. Now this one's going to be a little interesting for me if I'm being honest, because if I must admit, I've never felt like I've been in a community. I haven't really ever felt a part of like something, you know, like a part of community or something. But first, before we do that, I'm gonna lower the volume. Actually, holy fuck, that's loud. Before we do that, I think we should discuss what a community is. Oh fuck, I didn't want to kill it. Oh well. Alright. So, first things first. What exactly is a community? Well, I think... Well, it's a group of people that all share a somewhat similar interest and are united by this interest. Now, the purpose it holds, I think, is that it adds like an already pre-existing layer of understanding. Take a stranger, for example, right? A stranger is just that. They're a stranger. You don't know them. You'll probably never know them, right? It's uncomfortable to talk to. Because you have no idea who they are. You have no idea what they like, yada yada. They are a stranger. However, now imagine you and this stranger are both in a community of Legos, right? While you still don't know this stranger, you do know he likes Legos, and you like Legos. And now there's like this kind of foot in the door. They're no longer a complete stranger, they're more like a distant stranger. And even then, you are united by your love of Legos, right? It almost acts like a foot in the door, if that makes any sense. Sorry for being a little sniffly. I'm a little sick because of allergies, because I'm in my parents' house, and they have a lot of dogs, and I'm fucking allergic to dogs. God. My nose wants to kill me! Ah! Anyways, so community, I feel, serves as a like something to unite people, and also as a bit of a baseline, which in turn makes it much easier to meet new people and create friends. That's what I think, at least. However, I feel like there's a couple issues with communities. Number one, I think is most obvious, is the in-out, right? Because the thing is, when you have like a very general community, right, like about a game, a hobby, or hell, even a political thing, right? The question becomes, who do you let in, who do you let out? For example, like there will always be bad actors, right? But how do you deal with the bad actors? You know, how do you like say, hey, this is not allowed. Hey, we're not cool with this. Like, how do you police that? Especially like if it's not specifically a organized community, like I don't know, fucking baking, right? Like compare, like let's compare actually. Hold on, a YouTuber community versus like a baking community, right? A YouTuber community, while is largely disorganized, is still kind of organized around the central part of the YouTuber, right? Whatever the YouTuber says, where the fuck am I? All right, whatever the YouTuber says, right, is kind of like the final say, right? Like the YouTuber can somewhat control and moderate their community, right? They can adjust their content, they can do all this sorts of shit, right? Like Quackity, for example. Like Quackity used to have a very different audience, and he wanted the Dream SMP. He did that, and then he stopped doing it. Now he's coming back, and now he's getting a different audience, right? And like, there's some level of control there, and that I feel like you can't moderate it, right? Because like, let's say a fan does something really bad in part of the community. Well, you can always get the YouTuber to come out and say, "Hey, you suck," right? And that kind of like kicks them out of the community per se. But when it's something like more general, like baking, I don't think there's like a baking fucking CEO, right? There's no like baking. There's no head of baking. Like yeah, I guess you have like the international levels of baking, but like it's so vast and general and abstract. Like how do you like let's say like a baker's a fucking murderer or a pedophile, right? How do you like say, hey guys, like how do you police that? How do you control that? And I think this is a pertinent question because it affects a lot of communities. Specifically, I think this affects like the furry community. Shroomish, I love fucking Shroomish, and he's really good for catching because he can have like the parasite and like the fake out and that kind of shit. Hold on, let me go catch him. All right, but like with the furry community, a Breloom, that's what it's called, not Shroomish. My bad. Um, I'm gonna need to get a weaker Pokemon actually. Yeah, I definitely do. In the furry community, like the furry community is very vast, and let's be real, it's abstract. It's very abstract. There's no defining feature of the furry community. It's just, do you like anthropomorphized animals? Yay or nay? You do? Congratulations, you're a furry. But like that's really abstract, dude. Right? That's like it's not very specific. I feel it's just kind of a. Let's see. Do you have no? I need a dark type. Like you see, that's not like I feel like it's a very good example, isn't it? Um. Wait, no, hold on. I'm getting caught up with like fucking Minecraft. Okay, okay. But like you see, like how abstract it is, right? Like for example, like fucking Zootopia is technically a furry movie, right? But so is like My Little Pony. Like you're anthropomorphizing an animal, and when it's something so abstract, like is there like a furry leadership? You think? You know? If they got like a council, I don't know. I don't think so, right? But there's a lot of bad actors in the furry community. You got like the pedos, the fucking room masters, bro, on VR chat, the fucking zoophiles, all these other villains, dude. These fucking villains. But how the fuck do you even police that? Because like from what I can tell, people feel like like the furry community is like this kind of unified thing in a sense, right? But I don't think it is. It's just kind of like this. We all like this thing, and so we're all gonna call ourselves part of this community. Like, how do you police that? Like, yeah, I guess there's like furry influencers that are pretty big and can somewhat control the tides of the waves, but like they'll always exist, and they're gonna keep calling themselves the part of your community. And it's not like you can kick them out. There is no like head of furry affairs that can just be like, actually, we don't support him, and he's not part of a community. We revoked his license. Like, like zoophiles, for example, right? You're never gonna get fucking rid of them. Like it's physically impossible because it's kind of like I want to say it's almost like politics in a sense. Like let's say the right, like let's say Republicans, right? Republicans, no matter how much they try, will probably never get rid of Nazis calling themselves fucking Republicans. They never will, right? Because Nazism is just a more extreme version of what they believe, right? And like it kind of goes both ways, right? Like I don't kind of just use that kind of example, right? But like it is just kind of more of an extreme version. And the thing is, we never want like an extreme version of anything. If I'm being honest, right? Both left and right. Who am I fucking kidding? I'm a fucking leftist. I can't even lie. Fuck you. Um, where the fuck did it go? Oh, there it is, right? But back on point. Like a guy that likes My Little Pony, which is already kind of like a horse. Um, like I guess that's okay because it's a talking horse, and like they have human features. Like if I saw a horse that looked like that in real life, I'd shit myself scared. Why? Like I don't know. Like it's a very like there's some attempt at humanization in there, right? But then like you start going more thorough. They start making it more animalistic, and they start making it more animalistic, and it's like, all right, now we're getting to like zoophile territory, and I fucking caught the Breloom. Let's go. But like, you see what I mean? How do you police something that's just a more extreme version of yourself? And how do you stop them from calling themselves part of your community? I just don't think there is a way. I'm gonna be honest, because like unless you make like a strictly guarded thing, like uh, furry federation or whatever the fuck, I don't think there is. Genuinely, because like at what point does a clopper, My Little Pony fucking like her? Like at what point during this pipeline did they become like a zoophile and not just a clopper? You know? At what point do you just not like furry bitches but just like furry animals? And I'm not saying this just to the furry community in general. This happens a lot to almost every community that has something to do with this kind of shit, right? But like, you see how like it's hard to police that. How it'd be hard, almost impossible to. Like when something's just a more extreme version of what you kind of believe in, right? How do you like draw the lines for a community? I feel like it'd be fractured. Like there'd be parts of the community, right? But the thing is, if you all wave the same flag, it gets really fucking weird. Because there's parts of the community, like the furry community, that would fucking hate it. I assume, right? I assume would hate fucking zoophiles and groomers. But there's another part that's probably a little more accepting of them. But the problem is they both wave the same flag, but there's also like no other flag to wave. Like, is there like a type of furry that specifically excludes zoophiles and groomers? And even that, how the fuck would you make that? You would need like some kind of like authority, you know? Some kind of like furry authority. Like you would have to be a figurehead of the community to do this. But the community is so vast and there's so many figureheads. Like I think it would have to be like an initiative. You know what I mean? Like an anti-zoophile, anti-groomer initiative. That's how I think it's like they're gonna have to do it, right? But back to the whole general abstract of communities, right? Like I feel like that can become an issue, where it's hard to like police the sides and keep it moderate, right? And then there's also the classic issue of gatekeeping, which I guess also kind of fits in that pre-issue, but and because in my opinion, right? Like what? How much gatekeeping is good gatekeeping? You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, right? Some gatekeeping must be good. For example, car community. Let's look at the car, like the car community, right? Like some gatekeeping in the car community, I think is good because you don't want to be associated with the motherfuckers that are running like red lights at 200 miles an hour in their clapped out, not even like self-modified Dodge Charger, right? You don't really want to be associated with those people. You know, with the fucking criminals taking over traffic lights, dude, doing all this shit. You don't want to be associated with them, right? Especially since they don't really like the part of the hobby, right? They're just there to be reckless assholes. You know? Piss off, you fucking gassed. Anyways, right? So it's like you want to gatekeep them, but like if you gatekeep too much, you know, and then you just feel like people don't want to be part of your community, right? It's like you're not a real man unless you do this, that, and that. It's like, well, that just seems like a fucking hassle, doesn't it? Oh yeah, right. I had to reset it. And it's just like, all right, well, how much gatekeeping is good gatekeeping? How much of it is good? It's something to think about. I think it's very dependent. Like when a car community, I think once you start getting into some of like the takeovers, like once it starts affecting civilians, I think that's like a good place to gatekeep, right? What the fuck? Am I? Hey, where's the fucking middle cart? Ah, fuck. Piss and shit. Hold on. Where's the middle cart, bro? There it is. What? Okay. Sorry, y'all. My game fucking glitched, bro. Oh my goodness. What the hell? Go. Oh yeah. Anyways, right? So it's like some gatekeeping must be done in order to maintain a community. But at the same time, too much of it, and you'll just be seen like an asshole. Like you're not a real fucking manga. You're not a real anime fan unless you've read all 5 billion pages of the manga. Like I don't know, you sound like a fucking asshole, right? Anyways, that's some problems I could see with like a community and the like. Um, hmm. Yeah, this is really difficult for me to like kind of talk about, if I'm being entirely honest. Now I think I'm going to start talking about my own personal experience with communities because I kind of talked about the abstract sense, what their purpose is, some of the problems. I kind of want to talk about my own like thoughts and views of communities, right? Because I'm finding this topic is really difficult for me to come up with anything too substantial, just besides stereotypes, of course. Because if I'm being so for real, I've never like considered myself part of a community, you know? I never was like I'm part of this guy's community or like I'm in this fandom or I align myself with this. Like shit, man, I'm gonna be real. I'm not even patriotic. I don't give a fuck about America, dude. This place sucks. I never once felt like part like I never had like a sports team I was a big fan of. Um, I never felt part of really anything. And so I hear a lot of people like, oh, we got to bring community. Like, there's not people. All these people are lonely, and like, they like, we got to bring back community. We got to like do all this, and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm missing it. You know, I've never like felt like I was a part of a community, and I never felt like I was like it's that kind of thing. Like, imagine this: you've never had ice cream. You've heard all these things about ice cream, right? But you've never had it. So you don't like, and they say, do you want some? And then the question pops up is like, do I? Right? Like I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I also heard like if you bite it, it can like hurt your teeth. And I'm like, I don't know if I want it because I've never had even experience with it. I've never had an experience with it, like period. I'm a real. I didn't really start using social media until like I was 19, and even then, use is a bit of a stretch. I go on Tumblr. I look at funny shit. I go ha ha ha. I close the app. I think I've posted less than 10 times in the history of my Twitter and like fucking Tumblr account. I've interacted even less. But like, I never joined a community, never did anything with that. So I'm like, okay. Um, like, I don't know if I want it. Do I want community? Do I want this? I don't know. I think I would, right? I hear all these things of like, oh, you can get more friends, and there's a sense of camaraderie, and like, I'm not gonna lie to you, me personally, I feel a little lonely. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, I'm not lonely, because I do think I am. I have very little friends, like outside friends, except my partners, which I love them both so much. Oh my god, I love them, right? But like most of the time, I don't really talk with anyone. I have very little friends. I'm rather shy, I must admit. And when I hear about these things about community, I'm like, golly, I think I would like that. But at the same time, I know nothing about it. Holy fuck, what is that thing? A Kubfo? What the fuck is a Kubfo? What is that thing? The fuck? The fuck is that? Oh god, he's ugly. What is that, dude? Where's he going? Sorry, a legendary Pokemon just spawned, and I'm like, I've never seen this thing in my life, dude. I only got one. Do I want to waste? Hey! Don't fucking kill! Don't kill the. Okay, I gotta protect the legend. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna throw Pokeballs at it. Anyways, right? And so I'm stuck in a situation where like I hear all these things about community, and I'm like, do I even want one? Sorry about the dogs barking. If you can fucking hear them. Again, parents' house, and they're loud as shit. I gotta get like an actual microphone, dude. Um, And I like it's also the other thing that I guess I am technically part of communities, you know. Because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna admit something. I'm queer. Blah! Right? Specifically, I'm bisexual and non-binary. Right? But like, and I guess that theoretically makes me part of the queer community. You know what I mean? Like by all technicality, I am in fact part of the queer community. But like, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really feel part of it. Like, I look at a bunch of queer content, and I'm like, damn, bro. I remember real. I don't really like this. I'd much rather like play Magic or some shit. Like I look at a bunch of like queer content creators and all this shit. I'm like, some of them are good, but like none of them like really speak to me. Or like sometimes I go like I look at like Twitter posts on like my fucking TikTok, or I go on TikTok and I look at queer shit. I'm like, God, you just seem like a fucking annoying guy to be around. Like this just seems annoying. And there are sometimes where it's like, damn, bro, I'm gonna be real. God, this guy's a fucking bitch to catch. Also, stop running away from the light. I don't want to get ganged up by like 5 billion zombies. And there's moments where I'm like, damn, dude, it's like, I think I'm just like not online enough for this. Like half the Twitter drama. I'm gonna be real. Like half the time I see Twitter drama about like queer shit, I'm like, man, who the fuck cares, dude? Like, shouldn't the priority be like half the country kind of like wants to kill us? Why are we arguing about this petty ass shit, bro? Like, this gotta be some of the most privileged shit I've ever heard about in my life. I gotta update Cobblemon. I haven't updated it yet. Like, and I'm like, I'm not online enough. And like the people that talk about it, I'm like, eh. Like recently, right? Recently. And it also this also happened in like the art community. Because the thing is, I'm a little bit of an artist. I like to do some pixel art here and there. I haven't done much of it in recent times because of shit. I've mostly just been writing, if I'm being honest, right? But in that community, so I joined an art club, like an art club at my college. You know, because I wanted to make some friends. And dude, I was there for like a year and a half. I didn't like. I was so out of my depth. I was like, I don't relate to any of you guys. I don't feel any kind of community to anyone here. And I was active, dude. Like my shit, like they had like a little art exhibition. Out of the, I had 3 of my artworks there. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't learn the name of a single motherfucker there. Out of the year and a half that I was in the club, my shit got put on the museum. Like none of that. I got interviewed by like the college newspaper about like the meaning of my artworks, right? And I was like, shit, man. I honestly one of my most prideful moments of the college year, right? But like, I didn't really feel a community. There was no sense of like camaraderie or companionship. None of that. You know. And that's just kind of how I felt with almost every community I've been like in or adjacent, like the queer community. I feel no sense of camaraderie. Like I feel like I'm in the queer community or like the gay community by like association, right? Like I am in fact queer. That's about it. I feel like I'm in the art community by association. Like I do make art. That's it. Right? Like I am technically part of these communities. Technically, by all definition, I am part of these communities. But I never feel like I belong there. You know? I never feel um, like I really do belong there. Like I'm really part of any community. And so all these things about community, this community, that it's fascinating to me. I would I like to be part of a community? I don't know. I can't tell you. I think I wouldn't mind it. You know, I'd love to like maybe experience it. You know, maybe I should start posting more shit to the talk, or or Tumblr. Maybe I should get like an actual Twitter that isn't just for like gooning, maybe, or like shit posts. Like, okay, okay, no. I was about to go on a side tangent about like genuinely what the fuck is Twitter used for besides just shit posts and like racism and like and I guess gooning because like that's like the three pillars of Twitter. Like genuinely, what else do you use fucking Twitter for? I like that's the only use it is, bro. You got to see some. Okay, I said I was not gonna go on the tangent, and I almost immediately went into the tangent. Fuck my life, dude. Oh my god, I'm fucking autistic. Probably. I'm not gonna get myself tested because I don't want that on my record. If I'm honest, I probably should, but I'm just not gonna because I don't want it on my record. Anyways, anyways, right? Community is such a strange thing to me. I want to experience it, but also the question is how. Like, how the fuck, like, because again, this is kind of me an experience. How do you even get like any community? All right, like, let's say you're a furry, like, or like me. I'm gonna be honest, I'm also a furry. I can't even lie. What am I lying for, dude? I like furry. Do you see my fucking avatar, dude? It's a fucking like it's like a little guy, bro. It's a furry. Anyways, right? Like, how the fuck? Like, what do I need to do to call myself part of the furry community? You know what I mean? Like, is it just I'm a furry and I'm part of your community now? Like, I don't think that's it, right? Like, just because I cook, I wouldn't say I'm part of like the cooking community, right? Just because I play Minecraft, I'm not a part of like the Minecraft community, am I? Right? Like, I feel like there has to be some kind of interaction, like some kind of like minimal levels of interaction, right? Like, you gotta join a club or something, cause like that didn't really work for me. You gotta like they gotta like experience people that are more into the community. Do you have to like talk? Like, do you gotta like make it like start post? Do you just start posting shit and like tag it like hashtag furry, hashtag art, hashtag cooking, and then, like, does that make you part of the community? Like, what's the qualification of being a community? You know, like, is there like is a thing? Am I just that fucking autistic that I don't get it? Because that honestly, that could just be the answer. I might just be too autistic. You know, because like, am I sounding crazy when I say like there should be like a clear step, like there should be like an initiation process in the community? Do I sound crazy? I feel like I'm sounding crazy. Um, you know. But at the same time, it's like genuinely, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Like, I don't get it. Like, how does this work, dude? Like, I need like a professor or some shit. Okay. Damn, I miscalculated that tremendously. Um, like is there a science behind it? I just don't get it. That's the thing. I don't get communities. I just don't get it. Like, the concept fucking eludes me. It like genuinely eludes me, dude. And then I just don't get it. And then I get confused, and I'm like, what about this? What about that? Right? And like, huh? Communities are just so fascinating, and I don't fucking understand a single one of them, and I doubt I ever will. I should put mending on my fucking netherite axe before it breaks. I'm gonna do that later. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about communities. This is a very interesting topic for me. I'm gonna be honest, right? Because it's just such a lack of experience. If anyone sees this video and can tell me how to like join a community, please do. Because like I'd love to join a community, not only because I kind of like want to make more friends, but also I just want to know what it's like. Like, I want to taste the ice cream. Like, I heard you can bite your, like, I heard like it'll hurt your teeth, but at the same time I heard it's very sweet. I want to taste the ice cream. I want to be like, is this yummy, dude? Like, is it good? If you want to know what my fucking interests are, I guess art, like pixel art, Blender. I fucking love Blender. Minecraft, or robotics. I don't like this is weird as fuck, right? Like, that's weird as fuck. Like, how do you even search for it, bro? Like this guys like Minecraft. Like, what do? Do I like? Do I look up for other people that like Minecraft? How does that work? You know, I'm fucking confused. I might just have the tism, and like this might just be what the fuck is that thing? I have never seen that Pokemon in my life. What the? The f- can't fucking hit it. I can't hit it. I can't. Fuck! Stay. There you go. Fuck off. It's a little buggy. Yeah. It's like a little bug, bro. Ugh. I don't know. That was weird. That was really weird. Sorry about this. Like a little fucking goblin or some shit. I don't know. Perfect. Oh, would you look at that? I actually calculated that one pretty perfectly. And then it just needs to join back over there, and then we're done. Anyways, I think that's all I have for all of you right now, if I'm honest. Um, I don't have much of anything else to say, but I don't know. I hope you guys like enjoyed my little rant about stuff. I can't even see. Hold on. I should probably like move the train out of here, or like more into the rails. Yeah, this seems like a better decision. So I guess that's all I have for you today. I'm probably gonna do like 3 more, if I'm being so honest, like 3 more videos, because I want to make up for like the loss of time and the fact that I haven't done it like in 4 weeks. So I'm probably just gonna do another one right after this one. But anyways, bye bye. I hope all of you have a great day. This has been Aurora. Goodbye.